Well, hi everyone. How are you guys? All right. I didn't use tape today. Let me just make sure everybody's here. All right. If you joined us the last time, I put some sunflowers and leaves in my hair and I couldn't get it to stay, so I decided to tape it in there. And that was not fun. They all fell out, but the tape stayed in, and I won't do that again. So today I tried some bobby pins and clips. Let's hope it works. So yay, this is a beautiful autumn artwork. And I'm going to do mine with orange and white and blue. So there are, hey Lola, there are orange pumpkins. We have these in Cleveland. Okay. We even have the white pumpkins. They're like a pretty light yellow. What we don't have is blue. So I believe the blue ones grow in Australia. So, hey, Florida girls, Bella. Hi, girls. So anyway, we're going to do, and again, if you want to have more than 3 pumpkins, that's great. Emma and Bella are here from Florida, and Lola's here. Yay, you guys, midweek afternoon art. Change anything that you want to. You can have more pumpkins, you can have less pumpkins, you can have more sunflowers, you can have less sunflowers. Totally up to you. You can put a face on your pumpkin. You can, turn it into a jack-o'-lantern. I'm just going to do mine in a, pretty autumn looking artwork. Hey, Flanagans, welcome. All right, you guys. So I'm going to do a sloppy copy first. Scrap paper. If you have a pencil, great. I'm going to use a marker so you can see it. And how about if all right, I put the paint. Look at this. This is how I start my day. Look at, ta-da! That is not on purpose. All right, so hold on. Give me a sec. Yeah, I stuck my finger right in my plate. Nice. Yep, that's how I end up dirty before we even start. So, all right, I'm going to start with that pumpkin in the foreground. That would be the closest pumpkin to us. So that would be the little white one. And again, you can make yours a different color. So I'm going to start somewhat in the center, but in the lower half of the page. So I'm going to start with a vertical line, and I'm going to go up, and I'm going to curve. And I'm just going to do some humps. So hump, 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 and then I'm going to go back down. Okay, and those humps are where the crevices are in the pumpkin. So we can add those lines and they curve in that direction, right? Just to give you a rough idea. And then I'm going to put, let's do the one farther away from me. We'll do and that one's, mine's blue, but I'll start. So it's going to slightly overlap the front pumpkin, right? Because this is in the foreground, so let's make my blue pumpkin go off the page. Oops. Oh, I just wrote on my canvas. Oops. So off the page, and then arch. Hump, jump, jump, jump. Okay. And then I'll just go down, down. You don't even have to go all the way down. I left this part because I'm going to put another pumpkin there. Let's add my stem. Let's hope that that line on my canvas in the background is right where I want it to be, right? You made pie. Oh, what flavor pie did you make? Yum. Did you make pumpkin pie? Apple pie? I bet you pumpkin. Okay, and then I'm going to put one more pumpkin here. So this one is going to overlap the foreground, that front pumpkin, right? So you want it to look dimensional. So they're kind of overlapping each other. We'll put the table here. So you can only see the table on one side because the other pumpkin's going off the page. And if you're watching this recorded, just so you know, there's a chat going on. So when we record live, there's chat. And then at the end, the kids have, or adults have, the opportunity to come on the screen and share their artwork. So that's what's so fun about going live together. Okay, so I'm going to create my sunflower in the background. It almost looks like the sun setting back there. Overlap my petals. They can go right off the top or the side of your page. I'm going to do another sunflower over here. Sunflowers are so pretty. Again, that's just our practice sloppy copy. And your table doesn't have to be up that high. You can make your table lower if you want. Apple. Oh my gosh, I love apple pie. Yum. All right. So I'm going to move this. Now look, I just made a mistake. I don't even know if you guys can see the black line that I did on my canvas. That was by mistake, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to make it into my artwork, right? I'm just going to make it part of my artwork. Actually, it's where the blue pumpkin is, so I'm going to paint right over it. It doesn't matter. So if you guys make a mistake, don't worry about it. Either try it again, start over, or cover it. Make your mistake into part of your artwork. No one's going to know but you and whoever you tell, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is my good one. I'm using 16 by 20 canvas. You can use paper. You can use any supplies that you have on hand. It's fine. You know, I did a lot of cut paper construction projects as an art teacher in the schools. So, you know, we can start using a variety of materials when we create this. I use paint a lot, actually all the time. But you guys, I was thinking about incorporating some of my wood projects, construction paper projects, a variety of things. Okay, there goes my sunflower. So much for bobby pins, right? I'm going to jam it in there a little more. Oh, wow. It's going to have to dangle. All right, so let's go to the good copy. So let's start with the pumpkin in the foreground again, okay? So that's right here. So I'm going to do a curve. And again, your pumpkin can be as round, as tall, as short as you want it to be. We'll put a little stem on it. Draw those lines in there just so we know where they're at. I'll do this one next. Look, there's no right or wrong in the order that I'm doing this. So if I'm doing it different, it's because there's really any way you can sketch it out. We just want to have it, you know, kind of sketched out so you can plan your composition, which is the design of your layout. Right? Okay, let's start here. So I'm going to do a vertical line, arch, 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 vertical. Put my little table line in there. Put my stem. Gonna give it, let's give this a little curlicue stem in there. And then we'll do this other one. So this is going to go here, arch, arch, arch. Look, I'm gonna make that line up. So here's my mistake, right? So I just made that mistake line up. Put a stem on this one. Do the back of it. Add your sunflowers if you want sunflowers. Put them in there. Let's see. Again, this reminds me of a sunset. So, and your petals, they can go right off the edge if you want them to. I love to cook. I'm not a good baker. I can bake something that's already pre-made, like, I can heat up an apple pie, and I sure can eat an apple pie, or a pumpkin pie. I Baking requires such precision, such, exact ingredients, as well as timing on the, cooking it. When I bake something that's, chicken, or if I'm cooking something on the stovetop, I'll throw in some pepper and salt and stuff I don't measure. So, I definitely think cooking is an art form. I just need to practice it more. So, oh, sorry, Lola. So I just saw that. So I'm going to slow down. I will, again, let you catch up. So you can have as many as you want. So you look at my pretty sample. I'll let you look at it up close. So look at the rings inside. You see that? Look at that. There's like another circle inside of there that's lighter. So you can always do that. You can also have your petals overlap. You can have a gap in between. You can add leaves to your flowers. So there's a variety of ways you can do, this that I didn't do. Again, you can add some leaves to it. You can add more details. You can add little seeds in your sunflowers. So just, again, be creative. I left my background white because there's very little background showing in the artwork, and there's so many colors that I really think that the white background is a nice break for your eye. So I would leave it white. I would leave it white, and but you can do it a different color if you want to. Absolutely. And you can even make it, instead of like flat green here, you can make it tall grass coming up if you want to. Totally up to you. All right. So use any supplies that you have. You guys want to use watercolor paint, tempera paint. Tempera and watercolor do not work great on canvas, but acrylic, which is what I use, I love. I think it works great on canvas. Yum. Happy birthday, Jude. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jude. Happy birthday to you. All right, you guys. Hopefully, I'm allowed to sing happy birthday with the copyright, but sorry, I don't have the best voice, but everyone needs a nice happy birthday song, even if it's not your birthday anymore. All right, so, because you know what? I celebrate the whole month of my birthday, which is February. Okay. So you guys, we can start with the foreground. I like to go from light to dark. So I would always start with whatever is the lightest. So I'm going to just take some white paint and a touch of yellow, and I'm going to follow the shape of my pumpkin, right? So my brush stroke is going to go vertical and follow that shape. If that's too yellow, because that's the same yellow I'm going to use for my sunflowers, I'm going to put a little bit more white in there. Soften it up. I really don't want it to be too close to the color of my sunflowers. So again, you can see these paint lines, which I love. I love to see the brush strokes and the value. That's the lights and the darks of it. You can even put a tinge of green in there. So I'm going to put a little bit more white, and I'm not even mixing it on my plate. I'm mixing it right on my canvas. How old is Jude? How old are you now? Isn't that what they say? How old are you now? And you can make your pumpkins all orange if you want to. They don't have to be different colors, but I think it looks really cute when they're different colors. So vertical brush strokes again, lots of variations, a little green in there. And the colors in each little section of my pumpkin are, the value is changing a little bit. So they're a little bit lighter and darker so you can see the division of the crevices, right? Let me get my white pumpkin. So again, you can see the crevices and the reflection of the color. So maybe you see some green or some light blue in there, right? And again, you want to follow the crevices. All right, I still haven't washed off the mud. Follow the crevices of your pumpkin. So it just doesn't look like a flat circle or oval. Maybe throw a little green in there. Or blue, whatever, again, just make it stand out that you can see the separation of the ridges of your pumpkin. And while we're here, and I did put some green on my brush, I could just go ahead. You don't want it to be flat, so maybe part of it's lighter and part of it's darker. Follow the lines of it. And don't forget to do those little ridges, these little ridges in the background right here. That's like the back part of the pumpkin. So when you set something up to paint it or draw it, it's called still life. So on the table, if you have sunflowers and pumpkins like behind me, you can set it up. And again, it's called a still life where you can sit and study it and draw it. You can look at the reflections of the colors, the shape, and then try to recreate it from studying it and looking at it. Take your time. You don't have to keep up with me. Okay, and then when you're done with, again, whatever color pumpkin you want. So I'm going to jump to my orange one. And I'm going to follow the shape of the pumpkin. So my lines are going to follow that curve. And you can add white to it and yellow to it. And so it's not flat orange. If you want it to be flat orange, that's fine. But I think, again, what makes it interesting are all the variations. You can mix it on your plate. I like to mix it right on my canvas. So I'm going to make it a little bit lighter at the top. So I just put a little white on my brush and I'm just following the line of the pumpkin. I love pumpkin seeds. I love not even the ones that are pre-made, the ones that you actually bake in the oven with salt. Love that. What I don't love is sticking my hand inside of a gooey, wet, slimy pumpkin. It's 7 years old. 7 years old. That's awesome. The good old days. So because it's behind the other pumpkin, right? So this white one is in front of the orange one. The reflection of the pumpkin is lighter on the top. And then I'm going to make it a little bit darker down here. So I would just add, if you have red, you can also darken it up if you have black. And you can, so it would just be a little bit of a deeper color behind here, behind that pumpkin. You can even put a tinge, a tiny bit of brown. If you have brown, mix it into your orange. And again, it'll give the illusion that it's a shadow or behind it. So it's a little bit deeper. You can, again, make it red-orange right here. And then orange and orange yellow, and then macaroni and cheese yellow. As you work your way up, follow the shape of the pumpkin. A little bit lighter at the top, throw some white on there. When you add white, it's called a tint, T-I-N-T, tint, which is a value. Value is the lightness and darkness of something. So it looks like I added yellow, but actually I just added some white to my orange and it came out looking yellowish. And if you want to be yellow, add some yellow, right? If you don't have orange paint, you can make it with yellow and red, two primary colors. So red, yellow, and blue are the three primary colors. And you can make that orange, or you can buy it. There you go. And again, I could take some of that red orange, or you can, again, add some brown and just put it in where those crevices are to give it the illusion that it's dimensional, that it has form. Form is like three-dimensional, like the real pumpkin that I was holding up before. So to give it the illusion that it's three-dimensional, that's why we're adding colors to give it depth. You can leave it flat if you want. So flat just makes it look very two-dimensional, which is actually what it is, but we're trying to create the illusion that it's three-dimensional. And you create illusion with a lot of value. So even if we did a black and white drawing, which we'll do one day, we can create a perspective, 2-point perspective, 3-point perspective by how we draw it and how we shade it in with our pencil. Now, I have a lot of yellow on my brush. So while I have it on my brush, I might as well just scoop up some yellow and fill in the petals of my sunflower. Up to you guys. Again, you don't have to, but I want to since I'm here. So just the petals are that like beautiful golden yellow. If you have it, if you don't, you can use like a lemon yellow, regular yellow. You can mix a little bit of orange in it if you want to. I didn't even wash off my brush. I just took off that brush I did the orange pumpkin with, and I'm just filling in my petals because I had a lot of yellow on my brush still. And your petals can go off the page, they can stay on the page. So I went out of the line. So you know what? I just made it bigger. I went out of the line, so I'm just going to make that petal bigger. Again, no one knows your mistakes but you. Shh. All right, let's do this petal right here. And I could just start doing all this solid. No more gaps of white. If you're getting the texture of the canvas showing, the little white checkered canvas, you need more paint. It's okay. Some people really like that look, but I'm just saying, if you are like, why is that little, showing? That's why. So I'm just going to make the petals come all the way over to here. All the way down. Off the page. And again, you guys can do yours any colors you want. So look, I missed this part here. So I'm going to do this petal coming off right there. It looks a little weird, huh? Put another petal in there. And again, you can add value to it by putting a little white on there and just kind of following those petals with your brush stroke. So I'm putting a little bit of white in my petals to give it a little dimension. Guess what I did yesterday? I was thinking I had some requests for the Happy October artwork. So I was thinking about adding this. And again, I'm not sure if we're going to get it in October or November, but what do you guys think? Give me a yes or a no. So cute, right? Who doesn't love Snoopy? Snoopy and Woodstock by Charles Schultz. Good for a nice fall roasting marshmallows. We could do it. If you guys got to give me a yes, you want to do Snoopy Campfire, and we can add that to our calendar of events. You guys help me by telling me what you want to do. So while I'm here, let's see, we did the petals. And again, if you want to put a little orange in those petals, let me throw a little, because I have it on my sample. You could add just, a little bit of orange in there. Just make sure that it doesn't blend into your pumpkin. You want to have contrast. You want it to stand out. You don't want it to look the same as your pumpkin. So that's where we have contrast, right? You want to change the color a little. So there's a little bit of orange in there. And if you guys pour your paint out on a plate like me, if you have Reynolds wrap or saran wrap, you can cover your paint up so that it doesn't dry out and save it for next time. Just make sure none of your pets get into it because it could be everywhere, right? It could end up everywhere. So to me, this looks very outlined. The other one, not so much. It's blended in more. So, you know, again, if you want it to look outlined, go ahead. I like mine a little bit softer look, so I'm just going to blend in that color into my petals. See the difference? So it doesn't look quite as outlined. Pumpkin looks a little weird over here. I'm going to make this a little bit higher. That looks a little better, doesn't it? That's like the back of the pumpkin. We could do the stem green. Now you can make yours brown. Mine's green, but we can make it brown. You can put a little brown in it. But remember, so the circle in the sunflower is going to be brown. So you don't want it to match it. You want it to stand out from the sunflower. Otherwise, it'll just blend into it. All right, I saw you want to do Snoopy. I did have people saying, are we going to do that? Are we going to do that? When I posted Happy October. So I will add it, of course, and let you know when we're going to do that. And just so you know, when StreamYard asks for your name, it just allows in the comments and when you come on camera, everyone to know who you are. We're in a safe private group, and StreamYard is an awesome program which allows me to broadcast in different platforms. So if I want to go live in this subscription group, I can. If I want to do another group, you know, I can add it to another group as well. Plus it allows me to bring people on the camera, which is my favorite part. So, so when it asks for your name, if you want to give it your name or your nickname, that's fine. The other day I had 3 kids on, they called themselves ABC. So that was funny. But if you don't, then as we see you, you're just a Facebook user. Not that that's bad. So when someone says, yes, I love Snoopy, I'm not sure who it is. So again, when you guys are in the group, it says Denyse is going live with StreamYard, grant permission for your name. Again, that's where, just so we can see you. So when you don't do it, I just see you as a Facebook user. I don't know who you are, which is okay. I'm just letting, oops, look at what happened. See, I'm not being mindful. I'm not paying attention. I'm yakking, and I just got green in my orange pumpkin. Okay, so when you do something like that, which I told you guys I'm messy from the beginning, you can blend it in. And now look, if I just mix that green into my orange, it's giving me a little bit of a brown look, right? And so that could be the shadow that's giving it some depth. But what I don't want to happen is it to be too brown that it like matches and mixes into my sunflower. So I can be patient and wait and then add a little bit more to it later. But I want it to match this side. So I'm going to just take some of that mistake and put it over there. No one knows it was a mistake. No one knows that I wasn't paying attention. All right, so let me finish that stem. the loop-de-loop stem I was doing right here. Okay, so there's my green stem. And I might as well do the other green stem while I have the green on my brush. So I know the yellow's wet and I've bumped into it. And where I bumped into it, I just mixed it in to my stem. Okay, you can add value to your stem and make it lighter by adding some white to it. You can add yellow to it. So I'm following the line of the stem. So I'm just, my brush stroke is going that way. And again, if you want to add a little highlight in here. You don't want it to get too dark. You can have it darker in the crevice, right? In here, where it goes down. It could be darker there. You can make it a little browner in there. In here. So again, so it looks like it's in the background. Green, green, green. Oh, green on the brush. Let's do the table. Or you can make it grass. This could be grass. Right here. Again, if you want to make it tall and wispy. I'm just doing the green now because I have it on my brush. You want me to put some green grass there instead? Let's try it a little different, huh? Let's just put some, let's see how it looks if I just put some tall grass here. You like it better with some tall grass, or you like it straight across? You're the artist. You decide how you want to do it. Again, I like leaving some of that white space in the background. All right, let's do our blue part. Let's do our blue pumpkin. I want a blue pumpkin. Okay, so there's my blue. And on camera, it doesn't even look blue, does it? So it's definitely, to me, too dark. So what am I going to do? I'm going to add some white to it. Lighten that pumpkin up. And again, definitely the top of it will be lighter up here because the light hits it. So you want to see those brush strokes follow the shape of the pumpkin. Maybe even lighter. How you guys doing? Lola, how are you done? I slowed down for you, girl. All right. Not really, I'm just kidding, Lola. So again, I'm doing blue here. How'd you get your blue pumpkin done so quick? I wanted to make sure that everyone's in the group that needed to be. And you guys, I should post my phone number. So if you ever have an issue within the group, getting in the group, something technical, any issue or question, you can always text me. So, I have my phone here, and if for some reason you need to get a hold of me while we're doing the show, you can text me and I'll try to help you. But sometimes, obviously, I'm not checking my Facebook page right now while we're in this private group live. So, and a lot of you already have my phone number, but you can text me if you have an issue or a question or a recommendation or a request. How are the rest of you guys doing? Am I going too slow today? Am I talking too much today? The nice thing, right, when you watch it recorded, you can stop it, you can pause it, you can rewind it. You can't do that when we're live, but you can always watch it later. So if I go too fast, you can watch it again later. But it's so fun to participate live. It's my favorite part. So that's why I like to use this platform versus recording and, just posting it recorded, because you guys make it. So it's getting a little too light up there and it's blending into my stem. So I can darken it up. Lula's having her apple pie break right now because she's done, but she's going to show us what she made. I'm almost done, Lula. See here? So it got a little muddy. I bumped into my green. I should add some highlight in there. See what happens when I rush? Then I start to rush. So I wasn't being as mindful. Mindful is really just paying attention to what I'm doing. So when I start talking or I get sidetracked, right? It's like hitting a bullseye. So when you focus on something, you're much better at it. When you're multitasking and I'm talking and I'm reading and I'm trying to paint and then I start rushing, I start making mistakes. So good. I'm glad I'm going at a good pace. So you guys, I do try. Sometimes I just rush because I can't wait to see you and I can't wait to see what you're doing. And I like when I bring you on halfway to see how far you are, but then I get sidetracked and then I forget to do stuff. So I think I'm going to stick to what I'm used to and bring you up at the end. So I'm just putting some more streaks in there again. The pumpkin texture, maybe some deeper blue, some lighter blue. I lost that ridge right there. Just keep those lines in there. Keep that contrast. So I'm using lines, right? Like Van Gogh, lines. Oh, where's my little Van Gogh? If you didn't watch, what did I do with him? Oh, if you didn't watch, did you watch the Starry Night, Scary Night the other night? I showed you something. Watch. I'll show you now. What artists love to do lines? Van Gogh. Van Gogh loved to do lines in his artwork, so I got a little Van Gogh doll, if you didn't see it the other night. And he has this little bandage on his ear. So that's my cute little doll. He doesn't stand up on his own, or I'd attach him to one of the canvases. Super cute. Oh, you know what else? Here I got, Van Gogh loved to do sunflowers. So this one's on the website. This is a Van Gogh sunflower. That's the one in the vase. There's so many versions of the sunflower, sometimes with a blue background, sometimes with a yellow background. So it came with all these little, I got this from the Metropolitan Museum in New York, and it comes with all of these little artworks as well. It's super cute. And it actually comes with some facts on the back. So, yeah, he sold one artwork his entire life, and now he's one of the world's most famous artists, and I almost fell over. So, okay, let's do the brown. All right. So art's like anything else. Everyone works at their own pace. Okay, some people get done sooner than others. I really try to do these projects in about an hour because personally, I think an hour is a good time to stop. You get sick of sitting. It's a good time to take a break and walk around. In my in-person classes, usually last 2 hours, but the actual art is about 90 minutes. So a lot of times we take a break halfway through. I have everyone walk around, go look at everybody else's, get inspired by others. It's also nice to take a break from your artwork. So even though in here we work for an hour, you can always go back to it and add some details. You can look at it tomorrow and be like, I did a really good job. Or I could use some highlights, or I could use some little black dots in my sunflowers. So it's always nice to take a break and then, revisit your artwork. It doesn't have to be done and then you're done with it. So my circle is a little off because I'm standing at the side. It's hard to make a good circle from the side. I don't recommend you try doing it. It's way easier to do it from the front. You could also trace something. You could trace a cup or a plate. And I'll do the center of this one. Now, you guys can add little dots of the seeds if you want to with black or white. You can do that center. Remember I showed you before the center of it? You could do the center of the sunflower a little bit lighter in here. You could tap, 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 tap to give it some texture. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. I love that. Or you can dip the handle of your paintbrush in the paint and then give it a little dot, 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 dot. So you can give your sunflower some texture with dots, or you can do the tapping. Tap, 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 or you don't give it texture at all. Again, it's totally up to you. Dot, 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 dot. And while you guys are finishing that up, and Lola's finishing her apple pie, I am going to give you the link to come on camera. I'm going to shut this lamp off. I'm yet to figure out good lighting. I'm gonna master it. I'm gonna keep practicing. All right, let me. Give me a sec. All right, I hope you guys can see the link. There's the link. What do you think? What do you think about the link? And again, anything else you want to do to it, that's great. So now that I'm looking at mine and I see it, even just that little bit where I took a break, like right here, I want to fix this. Look at this. How much better that would look if I just made this petal a little bit bigger. But I literally needed to take a break, go give you guys the link to come on the screen. And I can even add more if I want to. Oops. Can you guys see the link? Can you see it, Lola? Just let me make sure you guys can see the link, okay, to come on. So if you want to come on the camera, you click the link. Oh, yay, Flanagan's. Well, hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. I made a unicorn.
What'd you make?
A unicorn.
I love it. I haven't. You guys have been really busy. Hi.
You also made this.
I love it. Happy
I
birthday.
made this.
Very nice. Wow. Very exciting.
Yes.
Ooh.
And this.
Ooh, that's a great tree.
We've been catching up a little this week.
Got it. That looks great.
This is my donkey one.
Oh, cute.
And this is my Snoopy one.
Do you want to do another Snoopy one?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we'll do another Snoopy.
Oh no, this is mine from today.
Oh, that looks great.
This is one that I just made.
Nice autumn artwork.
This is my Snoopy one.
Oh, that looks great.
And then this one's my donkey one.
Very nice. What did you guys think of the donkey one? Did you think it was hard?
Yeah, but I liked it. The Snoopy one was very funny.
Yeah, the donkey one was probably the toughest one we've done, but we figured, all right, it's all right. We'll give it a try. So I'm glad you joined us. We miss you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Annabella.
Hi.
Love the glasses.
Yeah.
We have sunflowers.
Oh, I love it. And it's in a pot or a vase. Oh yeah, that's really cool. I love that like rustic look.
It's a bit pretty. And this is my painting.
Very nice. Is it dry already? Did I go that slow?
She
Did I
just
go slower today?
I don't know why, but I finished really fast today somehow.
Oh wait, hold on. I like how you have the sunflower on the bottom.
I have the blue background for the sky,
Oh,
like
and so
on the grass and the sky.
so your sky, I love how you did it really, really pale. So it works because, and you have the contrast really, really light. That looks great. And then how about you added a squash and another pumpkin in the front.
Oh, and I have this little tiny board.
I love that. You guys did awesome. Thank you so much. And you added an extra sunflower, right? Yeah. Let me see yours again. Hold it up.
This is my inspiration.
Oh, that's bumpy.
It is bumpy.
It's got a lot of texture.
Yeah, and I was thinking that maybe for one art picture we could do like a picture of dolphin trainers, like with dolphins, and they're like jumping over things and playing.
I saw your dolphin artwork. I mean, not artwork. I saw you guys with the dolphins and the trainers. That's
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do it. I love dolphins.
yeah. I'll look into that. Maybe hard. So thanks for sharing.
Heart.
Heart. Heart.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Heart. Bye. Heart.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Sorry, Jennifer. I'll come right back to you. Somehow I skipped.
so this is mine. Oh, it's backwards. Okay, this is mine.
I love it. You put a face on your pumpkin and you added a crow.
Yeah, and I also have these.
Come closer. Oh, those are so cool and creepy.
Yes, and I wanted to make my pumpkin with acrylic, so I draw a face. It kind of melted.
You can wipe off that little drip unless you want him crying.
I don't want him to cry.
So take a wet paper towel and just wipe off that little black run. It'll come off.
Yes, and I wanted to just for Halloween.
I love that. Oh my God, that's awesome. A skeleton mermaid. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. That would be fun to paint too.
Yeah, maybe we can put her like in the water or sitting in the rock.
Yeah, or a graveyard.
Yeah.
A floating graveyard.
Yes.
That's awesome. Send me pictures, you guys. Don't forget, post pictures in the group so we can see what you're doing, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Hey, Jennifer.
Reagan.
Oh, your mom. Sorry, I shouldn't say it. Sorry, it's Reagan. I know you're Reagan. Reagan's been painting with me, you guys, from the very beginning. That looks amazing.
Thank you.
And so I am sorry, Reagan. And so your name comes across the screen as her mother's name. And sometimes I'm just reading the name. Sorry. Let's see what you got. Pure pumpkin. Oh my God, that's awesome. Pure pumpkin paint. So I love those. I actually have a set of those as well. It comes with I think a kit of 20 acrylic paints, and I love the colors. And your painting looks great.
Thank you.
So, you're doing an awesome job.
My birthday is on Friday.
Whose birthday?
Mine.
Happy birthday! Oh my gosh! You want to say? I'll say, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Reagan. Happy birthday to you. How old are you?
11.
11! Yay! Are you going to paint with us Friday?
Well, I'm gonna be at my grandparents' house, so I don't know.
Okay. So if not, it's recorded. We love you when you join us. Oh my gosh, have a blessed, wonderful, safe, happy birthday.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love when you guys share your birthday with me, and I apologize for not having a better voice. I should take some singing lessons. I wonder if they're offering virtual singing lessons online. So I am going to work on some more fun artworks. And please post your photos. You can post them on the main Facebook page, Artists at Heart Paint Party, and you can post them in our group. I love to post them in the mainstream so everyone can see. You can add them in the comments under the video. And again, you can check in at Artists at Heart Paint Party on the page, and then everyone can see it. So thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you again soon. Hopefully you'll be around Friday night. Bye, you guys.